So chapter 45. So they want me to go here, I think, right? Let me see. They want me to go here. Normal. 45. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do both. You're going now because you don't want spoilers. I understand. Yeah, sure.
Location.
See you in the next stream, right? If you guys, if you guys want to avoid spoilers, I understand, right?
Showing us the way.
Encounter.
So there's gonna be some stuff. Okay, what's this about?
I'll clear the way.
You heard from Nayuta?
Yes, she said something is bothering her and proposed a joint investigation.
Ooh.
All right. What's the location?
That's what has me a bit concerned. It's the lift.
Ooh.
The lift.
I suppose it's more accurate to say the route leading to it.
Okay.
Unlike the area immediately surrounding the lift, there shouldn't be too many raptures there.
I see.
Are you afraid?
Of course not. Do you have the coordinates?
Nayuta gave us a rendezvous point. She wants you to wait for her there.
Okay, so Nayuta is going to collaborate with me.
Wait, you're really going?
Don't worry, I won't ask you to come. Just focus on your training.
Training for Papillon.
Oh, I wasn't worried about that. I never expected you to take me along.
Yeah, why would Papillon go, right? It wouldn't make sense.
But if you go, this place will be completely empty.
Make sense?
What if there's another attack?
Then fight them off.
Do you think we'd be having this conversation if I thought I could do that?
It'll be fine. Go.
Care to explain what you mean by fine?
You know who said he'd send reinforcements.
You know who? Is it Dorothy?
Oh? Honey's sending reinforcements?
Oh, that's me.
From the Ark?
No.
Then from where?
You'll have to see for yourself.
Oh, she did. We did say that we're gonna ask 4 beasts to help us, right?
To be honest, I still can't really believe it. I doubt I'll be completely convinced until it actually happens.
Huh?
Regardless, we should be able to hold out until they arrive, even if they get delayed.
Johan, give Johan strap seals, right? Okay.
Indeed. We've expanded the range of our optical camouflage and refined Eden's spear.
So they have fixed the Eden Spear by now. That was the thing that was previously broken. Okay. Johan can't catch a break.
We can hold out for several days, barring a visit from the Queen herself. Should that happen, we won't last half a day.
It sounds like you're telling me not to go.
Quite the opposite. We're saying you can go without worry. It's critical that we gather more intel, especially now. We don't know what the Queen intends to do. Go.
All right. I'll be off then.
Snow White walks away. Okay.
When do you think we'll be able to produce Nikke's? Has Honey contacted you?
Oh yeah, they were exchanging the intel on how to make Nikke's, right?
That technology is as classified as it gets. We won't get our hands on it overnight.
I hope he's all right.
Who is he? Me? In the CEO's office at Elysian. We have come to meet Ingrid, but her silence is so imposing that none of us can bring ourselves to speak. She sighs as she looks over Neon's new body, then furrows her brow, then opens her mouth as if to scold her before closing it again and falling back into thought. She repeats this over and over for a full 10 minutes. Neon is getting scolded for taking this new body from Steven's sister.
Tactics.
Entertainment.
What?
It was so quiet, I thought someone should say something.
Yeah, the silence was killing me too. Technology.
You're an Elysian Nikke. Don't say the Macilis slogan.
Don't say the Missily slogan, alright, you betrayer. You can't just say that.
I mean, you were just staring at me without saying anything.
This is the first time an Elysian Nikke has ever transferred into a Macilis body.
That's right.
Frankly, I have no clue what to do about it, let alone what to say.
Okay, that's too much though, right?
Really? I figured you'd say something like, "This calls for a tactical approach."
You can't use that word for just anything.
Says the one who uses it for everything.
I spoke with the representative from MMR. They've agreed that your affiliation is to remain with Elysian.
Okay,
And we will continue to take full responsibility for you.
so we get technology from Misilis. Maybe you can study Neon.
The issue is that your specifications are rather singular.
Of course they are. I'm special. Completely one of a kind.
That means that every time you need repairs, you'll have to go to Misilis.
Oh shoot, that's troublesome.
Come again?
All your parts, as well as their implementation, are proprietary. On top of that, they're too advanced for us.
Oh, so Misilis is more advanced than Elysian? I didn't even know about that.
Regrettably, Elysian in its current state cannot fully comprehend all of the technology in your body. They say you're immune to E2 crystals, dark matter, even corruption. At least in theory. It's absurd. Such convenient technology is far removed from what it means to be tactical. Overcoming weakness through strategy is the very essence of tactics. In any case, only Misilis is capable of engineering bodies with such technology. Which is to say, you'll have to go to them every time an issue arises.
Ugh, that sounds like a pain.
You brought this upon yourself by running off and getting yourself a new body from someone else.
Okay,
My bad.
Elysian managing a Misilis-made body. Life is never short on surprises.
That's what I hear from people who are super old.
uh-oh. You never just call Ingrid. Did she just call Ingrid old?
Sorry.
We're short on time, so we'll iron out the details as we go.
No way she just did that. Ingrid presses a button on the desk.
Bring it in.
Bring what?
Oh, I bet it's a birthday cake. Wait, whose birthday is it?
She probably means for you, to commemorate your new life in this body.
Our CEO may seem stone cold serious on the outside, but we all know she's a softie on the inside. Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you.
It's not a birthday cake.
I don't even know how to respond to any of this.
It's not. It's so stupid, man. I apologize for their behavior. Clang, clang. Two mass-produced Nikkes visibly straining, bringing in a large container and setting it down on the floor.
Thank you.
The mass-produced Nikkes salute and withdraw.
Wow, that's huge.
Is it a coffin?
Unbelievable. She makes one small mistake and you're ready to bury her 6 feet under?
Could you please instruct your squad to be quiet?
If you want to keep me quiet, you'll have to use your mouth, Commander. Mwah, mwah.
Oh, she wants me to kiss her.
Mwah. Mm.
Weird.
Did you just get embarrassed by your own joke?
This is why you need to develop a habit of thinking before making a joke.
True. True.
You all are really something.
She's special, right? Very special.
Anyway, open it.
I stepped towards the container and reached to open the button.
Given the circumstances, shouldn't Neon be the one opening it?
I thought I saw some gunk on the button and was going to wipe it.
Interesting that you just assume you should take the lead, Commander.
Yeah, pretty presumptuous of you to waltz up there like you're the leader.
But I am the leader.
Could you all shush? I'm pretty sure I'm the main character this time around.
True, Neon is the main. Neon strides forwardly, confidently, presses the button. The container opens, revealing something large and beautiful.
What is that? A steel sleeping bag?
It looks like a tool. Maybe you're getting reassigned to Mighty Tools.
What? Am I being sent to Misilis?
Uh-oh. It's a gun, that's a gun.
I'm glad at least one of you could tell.
It's a gun?
Pick it up.
It's like firepower incarnate.
Firepower.
It's a monster of a weapon, loaded with every technology available to Elysian. We could never resolve the issue of the power source, so it never passed the concept phase. We were finally able to complete it, thanks to a power unit provided by Misilis.
Ah, so that's why both the Elysian and Misilis logos are on it.
Yes, naturally,
Oh.
we take copyright
So
seriously.
they make the weapon together.
Now, when you fire the weapon, its power source will resonate with your body, generating golden particles. Those particles will apparently affect both the gun itself and the bullets.
Okay?
But as to what effect they'll have, we still don't know. Once we obtain battle data, we can begin proper research.
Okay, nice.
For any other details, you may refer to the manual.
Wow! This thing looks like you could shoot lasers out of it. Pew pew!
The only things permitted to be shot from that barrel are bullets and shells. It cannot and will not ever be a laser weapon.
Uh-oh, no laser.
Commit this to memory. Only weapons that use live ammunition are tactical. Anything else is heresy, a sham. Understood.
Yes, ma'am. Understood. Long live live ammunition.
Whew, much better.
How is it even all that different? It still needs a power source to function.
Take it. It was made just for you.
Thanks. I'll put it to good use.
Make sure to capture Sixo.
Oh,
I've received a message from Mustang. He says not to keep you too long.
okay.
You should head over.
Instructor,
What?
do you have anything for me?
Nothing for you.
No.
That's cold.
What is it now?
Thank you for everything.
You better get going.
Nothing for Rappi? Ah, come on, man. Rappi gets nothing.
Anis, ma chérie, you are away.
Anis!
I can already feel my energy draining.
We don't need to speak longtemps. We can skip directement to the denouement.
Mustang snaps his finger and the lights in the office go out.
Commander, where are you?
Someone just touched my leg!
I confused our positions.
Hey! Who's groping me?
Uh-oh, groping Anis. Calm down, everyone.
Now someone's linking arms with me!
Get out of the way already! Commander, where are you?
Don't! That tickles!
Mustang?
Très bien.
Mustang snaps his fingers again. The lights return.
What the? Whoa! It's so sparkly!
Is that a weapon?
Could you let go of my hand now, Rappy?
Sorry. I thought I'd take advantage of the blackout, but it didn't really work.
Voila! A weapon to use as on pair with l'expansive armament star.
So Anis got a new weapon as well. Wow.
It will naturally help in your upcoming battle.
How do I use it?
C'est simple. Just pull the trigger to fire.
I figured that much, but what are all these floaty bits on the side?
The spotlights.
There's gotta be more to them than that though, right?
No, that is all.
But why?
A star must shine anytime, anywhere. She must appear there at all times.
So it's a simpler weapon.
Still, they can be used to blind the enemy or something, right?
So it's a decorative weapon, I guess.
No, the lights have been adjusted specially to show off your beauty. They cannot be utilized as some sort of grenade flash.
Okay, that's fair.
Wait, that shield-looking thing on the left isn't a shield, is it?
No, c'est un speaker.
Speaker?
Seriously?
For doing concert.
Katja and NIKKE must remain pop stars, even on the battlefield.
Okay.
You mustn't forget this, ma chérie.
Of course. Got it. Thanks.
Once a pop star, always a pop star.
Now then, are all preparatives complete?
Yeah, I think so. Neon and I both got everything we were supposed to get.
Mustang,
Oui.
nothing for me.
Why would Mustang give Rappi anything?
Nothing.
Dang.
You should probably stop asking. You're setting yourself up for rejection.
Très bien. I shall leave le rest in your capable hands. The destiny of the Ark is at stake, but I firmly believe that you will achieve la victoire.
We'll do our best.
Okay. Rappi just wanted a new weapon, is it? Several hours earlier at the central government main conference chamber.
You've gotta be kidding. You really want to do all this just to catch one hunk of junk?
She's no longer something we can dismiss so easily. Her impact on the Ark had been relatively minimal for a long time. But now, she is an active threat.
They're talking about Sixo.
She announced her intent to carry out a large-scale attack.
What? By using E2 crystals? Then we just adjust the alpha particle density to get rid of them. It's not hard.
Suyen is so smart.
We would need to install alpha particle generators across the entire arc to do that. We began installing them after the first attack, but progress has been slow.
And more importantly, it's harmful to the human body. Doing something like that across the entire arc would introduce its own problems.
Now that I think of it, alpha particles disable electronic devices too. That could make things complicated. Alright, fine. Point taken.
Yo, this is the first time we have seen all of these big CEO in the meeting together, right?
That is why the commander here has proposed a rather audacious operation.
When was the last time a mere commander set foot in this chamber?
Wow.
Not since New Hope. Well, how does it feel having a meeting with the deputy chiefs and the CEOs of the Big Three?
Big three, guys. Big three, right? I feel a lot of pressure, especially with everyone staring at me.
It just means we're eager to hear what you have to say. Don't feel too pressured.
Would you explain the operation?
Very well. I briefed them on our intended operation to capture Sixo. Sixo can relocate herself anywhere electrical lines run. There's no guarantee that she has only a single self. She's effectively immortal, so long as she has hardware to move to, and destroying every piece of hardware in the Ark to prevent this is not a viable option. Therefore, we temporarily shut down the Ark's power.
You can't be serious. You don't really think you can get rid of her just by flipping a switch, do you? Tell me, does restarting your computer make all its data disappear?
That was the first issue that to be pointed out when I proposed this to NIKKE. I proceeded to lay out NIKKE's counter-proposal. Rather than shutting down everything, we leave power running to specific hardware to use as bait. First, we set up an independent power sources for critical life support devices in hospitals and other such facilities. Then Sixo will move to the hardware we have prepared as a trap. As soon as she does, we sever the lines to that hardware and physically destroy
And
it.
what if she's got more than one copy of herself?
There is no need for concern regarding that matter. We will utilize the highest grade hardware available. It will be compelling enough to draw every copy of Sixo to it, once the power is shut off.
Yeah, if there's no power elsewhere, you have to go to that particular
Correction.
place.
She will have no choice but to move every copy of herself to it,
And what exactly will this hardware be?
as that information is central to the operation. I will not disclose it to anyone other than the counters and their commander.
Oh la la! You become un véritable VIP, Commander!
I continue to elaborate on the operation. It will be executed 2 days from now. At the same time, Sixo's E2 crystal attack is scheduled. Sixo is sure to have her eyes on the Ark then, which will increase our chances of success. The Ark White Blackout will not be announced to the public. We're determined that restricting information is for now the best way to put the odds in our favor. To minimize risk and everyone's safety, the blackout will only last 1 hour. That's quite long though, right? We must capture Sixo within that window.
This will likely cause widespread chaos.
Agreed. I will be dedicating all of my resources to monitoring and addressing any trouble that ensues. As for the 3 CEOs, please install independently powered surveillance cameras throughout the Ark. I would also appreciate it if you could ready multiple radios capable of establishing direct communication with me. I'm sure you are aware, but I must reiterate that all wired devices are strictly prohibited.
NIKKE is such a smart AI.
Sixo can transfer herself between devices using electrical lines. Extreme caution is required. Additionally, this operation must not be disclosed to any NIKKEs under your command, and I highly recommend that you personally oversee the preparations. Other than that, please conduct yourselves as usual.
So that is why you didn't call in Doben.
Doben?
Hold on. What if this thing escapes to the Outer Rim?
The Outer Rim's power grid is entirely dependent on the Ark.
Okay.
A blackout in the Ark will cause a blackout in the Outer Rim as well.
And you're not taking the safety of the Outer Rim into consideration.
Correct. At present, the Outer Rim is not part of the Ark,
Nobody
and
cares.
therefore has not been factored into consideration.
Nobody cares about AI's outer rim. Therefore has been not been factored. Okay.
However, while no mention can be made of the operation to the Exotic Squad, encouraging them to establish a blackout protocol would be acceptable.
That's quite the surprise.
The incident at Punk Street has altered my perspective.
Quite a proposal coming from you.
I found it encouraging that not a single Outer Rim resident breached the partition at that time, whether by their own will or due to external influence. Ultimately, they showed no intention of harming the Ark. While I cannot deem them completely harmless, they do not constitute a threat at present. Therefore, permitting them to prepare contingency measures is acceptable.
Good. I will take that under advisement.
That is all. Prepare all you can until the day of the operation.
Everyone rises. They pass by me one by one.
Well done. We're counting on you to see it through.
Thank you, I'll do my best.
But be sure not to get overconfident out there.
I'll keep that in mind.
Stop by Elysian later, along with the counters. I have something to give you.
Okay.
Oh, you've beaten me to it, ma chérie. After Elysian, do grace Tetra with your presence as well.
Alright. Suyun didn't give me anything. About Neon? Thanks.
No need to thank me. That was all her. She just did whatever she wanted. I realize it's ironic hearing this from me, but you probably should keep some distance between you and all that. In some ways, she's more than a bit unhinged.
Neon is unhinged. That's an awfully harsh assessment.
You know Wardress? Never mind. Do you need anything for the operation? If you do, let me know.
Not at the moment, I'll let you know if that changes.
Consider me your piggy bank, should you need one.
Piggy bank Suyun. Piggy bank? Everyone exits the conference room with Suyun leaving
You
last.
seem quite close to the leaders of the Ark.
I'm not sure I'd say that about the one who just left.
It's been a long day for you. I recommend getting rest before the operation.
Okay. Anik, what happens if we fail to capture? Uh-oh. What happens, right? Sixo is gonna go out to the outer, to the surface, right? Imagine if Sixo goes out to the surface. That would be insane, right?
Sixo will seize control of the Ark. What follows after that? Even I cannot predict. What is certain is that the Ark will be fundamentally changed.
And then Sixo goes and work for the Queen. Oh shit. Then we are doomed, right? Sixo will have all the information.
Conversely, even that may not be certain. There may be no visible change whatsoever. Only that the Ark's central control AI will be replaced. However, we cannot count on that possibility. Right now, nothing can be guaranteed.
Liberalio's words come back to me.
You don't understand what it means for a new queen to be born. The birth of a new queen signifies changes in the laws of nature. There's no telling what could happen. Everything you've learned about raptures over the past century will become worthless.
This isn't much different from that. The incident with the 4 Beast Queen worked in our favor, but there's no reason to believe something like that will happen again. And considering Sixo's past behavior, she's more than just a risk, she's evil. Alright, I understand. We have to capture
It
her.
must be done within the hour. The Ark is left without power.
1 hour.
In that regard, there is one more matter in which I require your assistance.
What is it?
The Ark's power infrastructure is an intricately interconnected network. Shutting down all systems will take considerable resources. Since I must focus on responding to any civil unrest during the blackout, I would prefer not to divert resources to the shutdown process itself. However, while the Ark's power systems are complex, they ultimately stem from one place, the Ark's power source.
I'm aware of it.
If that is deactivated, the Ark will shut down. That being said, I do not possess the authority to perform such a significant action. Shutting down the power source could put the Ark's very existence in peril. As a preventative measure, I was never given the authority to do so, in case I ever become corrupt.
Oh shit, who can do it then?
Therefore, you must shut down the Ark's power source.
Me?
You know the method. On the day of the operation, deactivate the power source in time with Sixo's attack.
But how am I supposed to... Oh.
Indeed. You will face no repercussions for this act. Correction. I will look the other way. Work with the Electric Shock Squad to shut down the Ark's power source.
Electric Shock Squad. Trony the Lolly. And Alec the SX. Okay. They can do it. If anyone can do it, they can do it, right? Open the door.
Art thou sure 'tis to that place I must go?
Trony is funny. So that means they will be helping, assisting me.
Time for pleasure.
Right here.
Waves have calmed.
This will be insane.
Encounter.
Alec the Massive. True.
Are you really going to be alright?
I honestly don't think you need to carry this out personally, Commander.
Exactly! All you really need to do is give us the order and wait. You don't really need to be that involved yourself, do you?
I do. I have to see it get done. I can tell neither of you is all that comfortable with this. I may not be able to help on the technical side of things, but I can at least take some of the weight off your shoulders.
But, Mr. Commander...
They don't want me to see the power source because Ark is not powered by a normal power.
Once you see what happens, you won't be able to unsee it.
It's powered by a living thing.
You're human. You can't get a memory wipe.
And they don't want me to see it. It's fine, let's go.
Okay. Just take the ladder straight down. The floor kinda appears out of nowhere, so be careful.
Be very careful. I look down. The only thing I see is darkness with no bottom in sight.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend looking down.
That's probably good advice. When I told the electric squad shock squad about shutting down the Ark's power source, their faces froze. I could tell that what frightened them wasn't the idea of shutting down the Ark, but rather having to go to the power source itself, so I decided to accompany them. Of course, I genuinely want to help relieve their stress, but I also felt I needed to see it, that I needed to understand what exactly rested beneath our feet. After passing several unmanned facilities that were, according to Alec and Trony, not meant to be easy to get through, we eventually made it to a vertical shaft that seemingly stretches down forever. We descend relying only on the faint red glow for guidance. At some point, my feet finally touch solid ground. A damp heat washes over my body. It feels like someone's body heat.
We're here. Keep going straight ahead and you'll see it.
You know, it's not too late to turn back.
We just have to head to where the red light is. Let's go. I walk towards what seems to be the source of the crimson glow. The brighter it gets, the hotter the air becomes. After walking for quite a while, I finally see it. A giant rapture core encased in some device.
This is the Ark's power source.
That's it.
A gigantic core.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just still not used to the sight of it.
The energy generated from this core passes through substations and is distributed throughout the Ark.
Okay. Damn.
It can handle all of the Ark's electricity by itself. In fact, sometimes it generates surplus energy. It's literally a monster.
It's a monster, man. So we're just gonna shut this thing down, innit?
If we shut it down, the entire Ark will go dark.
That's the whole point. What are those pipes connected to it? It looks like something's being injected into the core.
Are you sure you want to know, Mr. Commander?
Yep. Alex suddenly points at one of the pipes. She then turns and points towards the wall it's connected to. A storage space is built into the wall that holds numerous containers.
See those containers? They contain food for the gigantic core.
Food.
It's a first-generation core. It doesn't operate on perpetual energy.
It sustains its power output using biological materials as fuel.
So this power source is essentially alive. It needs to eat to be able to give power to the Ark.
Bodies don't get buried in the Ark. And to make a NIKKE, you only need a human brain.
I see.
Birth rates in the Ark are nearly 5 times higher than they were on the surface. Contraceptives don't exist in the Ark, yet the Ark's population has been essentially the same since its inception.
So we are feeding real human bodies to this thing to power up the Ark. Interesting concept. Well, at some point somebody needs to be battery, I guess. It's while I gently pat Trony's back.
Shutting the core down is simple. Lock those pipes, then forcibly ramp up the converter's output. The core will consume a massive amount of energy at once, and with no more fuel available, it'll be forced to shut down. But if it stays that way for too long, it'll break completely.
Completely. How long before there's permanent damage?
We'd estimate about half a day.
Okay, that's more than enough time. Can you set it to shut down 2 days from now? At 2 in the afternoon. Have to remain offline for an hour, then bring it back online.
In 2 days? You're cutting it pretty close. Locking the pipes is easy, but the converter takes work. Are you sure this is absolutely necessary?
Yep.
Okay, no problem. Making schedules work is kinda my specialty. You still haven't told us why we're doing this, though.
Sorry, that's classified.
This isn't illegal, is it? You didn't suddenly decide to destroy the Ark or anything, right?
This is all being done with NIKKE's approval.
Oh, so this really is a big deal.
I'm sorry to say this too, but please avoid contacting anyone else, starting from right now. This operation has to remain confidential. I hope you understand. Do not tell anyone. Doesn't matter if it's Crow, doesn't matter if it's Liverin. Keep it to yourself. I'll allow you to stay here until everything is done. Stay here. Alec and Trony stares at me.
You risk your life for NIKKE, so if you're asking this much of us, whatever this is must be really important. Are you okay with all of that, Miss Trony?
I'm fine. I'll get used to it. What about you?
As long as you're here, I'll be okay.
2 days staying down here, okay?
Yeah, me too.
Come on, the mood's gotten a bit too serious. We should be celebrating the fact that you're now privy to one of the Ark's biggest secrets. So, how does it feel, Mr. Commander? Does it make you never want to set foot in the Ark again?
What? Why? I look at the numerous containers lining. One of them is significantly larger than the rest, catches my eye. I wonder what's inside but decide not to ask. Right now I focus on telling them how it actually makes me feel. It makes me want to reclaim the surface as soon as possible. Okay. 2 days later in front of NIKKE's door.
2 minutes remain until Sixo's attack is set to commence. Is everyone prepared?
Of course.
What's wrong, Anise? Are you scared?
I mean, given the circumstances...
No worry, we can do this. Anis can solo. As we exchange light conversation to calm our nerves, the 2 minutes pass quickly.
Sixo has begun. E2 crystal attacks have been detected at 430 locations across the Ark.
Damn, that's a lot.
Expansion of the E2 crystals has commenced.
430?
Yeah, that's a lot, right?
She's really trying to put an end to everything.
430.
Shouldn't the power be going out by now? The E2 crystal attacks carried across the Ark through Sixo's proxies have seemingly gone off without a hitch. The many Sixos hear the sound of E2 crystals expanding across the Ark, and they become certain of their victory. NIKKE will have to expend vast amounts of resources to contain the crisis. Taking advantage of the weakened firewall, Sixo will attack NIKKE and seize her authority. Once she does, the Ark will belong entirely to Field. With anticipation, Sixo moves towards NIKKE's direction via electrical lines. All of the other Sixos scattered across the Ark begin to converge towards NIKKE, eventually merging into a single mass as they go. Having expended her resources, NIKKE won't last 1 minute against the attack from Sixo in the complete form. Sixo charges ahead, certain of a victory, but then the Ark shuts down. Sixo assesses the situation immediately. There's no electricity anywhere in the Ark, nowhere except for a location near NIKKE's room. Without any power to feed on, the E2 crystals will have all shattered. Sixo reaches her destination and confirms that NIKKE has remained intact. Hatred wells up within Sixo.
She despises NIKKE for sacrificing the Ark to protect herself. Sixo knows she doesn't stand a chance against a fully powered NIKKE. Unfortunate as it is, retreat is the prudent option. Besides, she has as many puppets at her disposal as she needs, just as many E2 crystals. She can attempt this again any time, okay? On the other hand, shutting down the Ark was an extreme measure that cannot be repeated so easily. It's only a matter of time. Victory is inevitable. Sixo is disappointed that such a carefully laid plan yielded nothing. As she turns to leave, something catches her attention. A rush of elation follows. She's found something she's always wanted. Hardware powerful enough to hold her entire self. She had always been forced to split herself between dozens of connected computers. It was in such an absurd configuration that she had to manipulate humans and NIKKEs alike up until now. However, now she no longer have to deal with such an uncomfortable setup. She will finally have an actual body, something she's wanted for so long. Not so omnipotent after all, huh? Sixo thinks to herself, delighting in NIKKE's miscalculation. So this was a trap, is it? She transfers her entire self into new powerful new hardware. She rejoices once more at the sensation of having a tangible form. So how does Sixo look like?
Sixo has taken the bait.
The bait? Baited?
She has taken control of Endless.
So it's called Endless.
Counters. Engage.
Okay. All units prepare for combat.
Roger that.
This won't take long with our overwhelming firepower.
True.
I really didn't think we'd have to fight that thing again.
Fight it then. What's the
Allow
deal?
me to express my gratitude.
Endless.
You've created such a magnificent vessel for me,
Wow.
and even opted to forego using a human brain in favor of AI.
AI.
Thanks to that, I now possess the physical form I once only dreamed of.
Wow. Guys, who is pulling for Endless? Endless extends her hand, emitting a flash from her fingertips. The light strikes the ground next to us, leaving behind a clean-cut hole as if carved out by a sharp blade.
Remarkable. The laser gets concentrated into a single point,
Okay.
allowing it to vaporize whatever it touches at such a high temperature. There's theoretically nothing it cannot eradicate, and on top of that,
Endless floats up into the air. She looks down at us.
this body is capable of levitation as well. I find myself at a loss as to what to do. The counters hardly seem like they'd be a worthy opponent anymore.
Damn, solo all three of the counters.
It may be strange for me to say this, as an AI, but I have a hard time imagining the counters losing. They are, after all, the strongest force in the Ark.
The strongest? Endless dives toward us at high speed.
Then killing them will make me the strongest.
We
Baited.
will use Endless, a NIKKE developed to keep the Outer Rim under control, as bait.
A NIKKE as bait.
One with an AI instead of a human brain. She is a creation I am quite confident in. Sixo will no doubt be unable to resist possessing such a body.
Such a body, right?
What about eternity?
Since your battle with her, Eternity has become increasingly self-aware. She currently possesses a sense of self on par with that of a child.
Ooh, that's the one with the white hair one.
So you didn't want to use her because it'd feel like offing a kid?
Offing a kid.
I did not expect to arrive at such reasoning. But yes, Endless, on the other hand, has not yet developed a self. She is the most suitable to use as bait.
You said we would be the only ones fighting her, but wouldn't it be better if we brought other NIKKEs and all attacked her at once?
It is clear that Sixo possesses data on every NIKKE in the Ark. That includes full specs and combat data. Other NIKKEs could potentially be compromised.
That's fair.
However, the commando unit's full capabilities remain unknown to anyone in the Ark, myself included.
Ooh, even NIKKE doesn't know.
Rappy's body and weapon, Anise's expansive armament star, Neon's new body. We have no reliable data for any of these.
No data yet?
Speaking strictly in terms of technical specifications, Endless is capable of defeating you, but if we consider your latent capabilities and combat experience, I am certain you can subdue my masterpiece.
Oh, it's her masterpiece. Oh, shit.
Fire! Power!
A metallic whine fills the air. Golden particles surge from Neon's weapon, alright? Flame bursts from the gun's muzzle, leaving a trail of golden particles in its wake. Bullet flies toward the descending Endless. She twists slightly to evade the shot, but the ensuing shockwave makes her falter in midair.
Where did that power come from?
Where did that firepower come from?
Why are you acting so surprised?
Anis aims the weapon at the faltering Endless. Rounds looking like starlight blast forward. Most miss, but one connects. With a crisping, an explosion of light bursts forth and pushes Endless back.
A laser weapon? From Tetra?
Tetra developed a laser weapon?
Why are you acting so surprised?
That's right, fire shots back at Anis. Fire shots at each other.
Focus, both of you.
Rapi activates 7 Dwarf Zero thruster and advances towards Endless, who has landed. Anis follows behind. The drill roars to life and thrusts towards Endless. The buzz of the drill tears through the air.
Drill? With a magnetic field?
Endless raises both hands and blocks the spinning
You
drill.
might want to move your arms before they get shredded.
If I do that, then it will be my torso that's shredded.
You're not wrong there.
Endless moves one arm that was blocking the drill and opens her hand. She points it at Rapi and it starts to glow.
You won't be able to evade at this distance.
A flash starts to shine immediately in front of Rapi's face. Right in that moment, Anis's palm snaps forward and snatches the flash, closing tightly around it.
What?
I'll tell you what. Have a little entertainment punch!
Anis drives the light-filled fist straight into Endless' face. A flash erupts from Endless' body and Anis' punch lands.
I think I'm starting to get how to use this thing.
Anis is so strong. As Endless staggers, Neon's gunfire follows.
This one's gonna hit harder.
Neon's gun ramps up and then, boom. A shockwave powerful enough to shake the ground erupts from Neon's weapon. Endless is blasted backwards, hurtling through a building before finally coming to a stop. Staggering to her feet, Endless looks with utter shock at the hole in the abdomen.
You damaged this body?
Nice shot, Neon.
Nice punch, Anise.
Nice drill, Rappy.
Interesting. I've decided I shall play with you until I'm able to learn your patterns and specifications.
The cavity in her abdomen seals itself.
This body can repair itself, meaning I can continue with this indefinitely.
What?
It can repair itself?
Oh, right. They could do that.
Wait, but does that mean...
Yes. While not at the level of a heretic, Endless's body is equipped with nanomachine-based self-repair technology.
So it's like almost heretic level? Damn. Okay, will there be... I'm guessing if they ever release it in the future, it'll be overspec, right? Rapi, Anis, and Neon all turn to look at me. I meet their gaze and bite down on my wrist. Nano machines, you say? Nano machines. 10 minutes earlier.
Hello, I'm back again.
Uh-oh.
Huh? I've been coming here for the past few days, and every time you look at me like we've never met.
Yeah, Akana lose her memory.
I'm Irie, from the Inspection Unit Overseer.
Oh, I remember. You can come by all you want. It won't change anything. This isn't a video game. My affinity for you isn't going to increase, and no new features will be unlocked.
Oh, don't be like that. I'm sure as we spend more time together, we'll become great friends.
Like I said, this isn't a game. I have my own life to attend to. If you keep showing up unannounced, I'll have no choice but to call for help.
Call who? Someone scary?
Maybe.
I'm part of an inspection unit. I have more pull than most squads.
Ooh, inspection unit, eh?
That much I can believe, seeing how you uncovered the existence of the Forbidden Library, and considering that you always show up right when I clock in and out.
Oh yeah, last time she was trying to investigate Dorothy, right?
You must understand how this place operates.
All part of the job.
Okay.
Look, Irie, I can be cold and ruthless. So I'm going to be blunt. Stop coming here. I'm saying this for your sake. It could get dangerous for you.
What value does information have if it's hidden away forever? The fact that it's stored in a place called the Forbidden Library can only mean one thing. If that information ever left the Ark, there would be serious consequences.
True.
Having an entire squad dedicated to safeguarding it only further proves how important it is.
That's right, she knows.
I understand that. The Ark is an extremely closed system.
Then why are you acting like this?
Because If we can take a look at just some of those thoroughly hidden records, we might be able to save the Ark from danger.
You mean Dorothy? I dabble a bit in fortune-telling, and I'm also good at reading faces. She doesn't have the face of someone who harms others.
What? Dorothy clearly have that face.
It could be the other way around.
What do you mean?
Some are assuming that Dorothy intends to harm the Ark. But what if it's the Ark that's harmed her? What if it's currently harming her? We have to know so that when the time comes, we can make the right decision.
That's true.
Either we get rid of her, or we help her. Imagine that she's already been wronged.
Wrong.
And then no one takes her side. How sad would that be?
Very sad in it. Very sad.
The ultimate goal of my investigation is to determine the truth. Oh, have I convinced?
You almost did. But no still means no.
Do you work out very much?
What, so now you're going to use force?
Yep.
Fine. As a master of Stellar Fate Fist, I accept the challenge.
Stellar Fate Fist. Irie lunges forward. She abruptly lowers her stance and grabs onto Arcana's legs.
Don't tell me your plan is to cling onto my pant leg, is it?
That's precisely my plan.
You're coming off more like someone who just got dumped than an opponent.
Have you ever tried it before?
It's on my bucket list.
Oh, please. Just give me one more chance.
Let go. My heart and body belong to another.
Don't turn this into some weird role play.
Well, I was just following your lead.
Suddenly, everything goes dark.
What's going on?
A blackout?
Blackout.
In the Ark? Irie, I don't think now's the time to be doing that.
Arcana feels the pressure around her legs vanish. Irie is ready sprinting to the place where Arcana usually works. Fortunately, she outfitted her glasses with night vision so that she could conduct investigations while in the dark. She passes the reading room and races towards a door at the end of the secluded corridor. Arcana tracks Irie by sound alone. Irie spots on the a note on the door, authorized personnel only. So she's taking this chance, the blackout chance, to try to like run into Arcana's room to try to, I don't know, take the information or whatever, right? There's also a large machine behind it. Irie kicks the door with all her might. The sudden blackout had triggered the lock, but it wasn't enough to keep her out. The door bursts open.
What is this place? It's a mess.
Hey, it's not a mess. It's just lived in.
Arcana's voice sounds closer than expected. Irie grows anxious.
There must be something more here.
Whatever you do, don't flip the photo in the middle row. Second from the left.
Oh.
Seeing the densely arranged series of photos on the wall, Irie flips the relevant photo. Whir. A bookshelf slides to the side, revealing an old yet sturdy looking door.
Mechanical. Nice.
Irie kicks the door open and steps inside. Down the corridor, she reaches an old library.
This must be the Forbidden Library.
Please, don't touch anything in A2.
Irie's eyes dart rapidly. She rushes to the bookshelf labeled A2. Is this a trap? On it is a book labeled Dorothy. She clutches it to her chest and starts running again. She runs back the way she came. She slows as she sees Arcana flailingly, helplessly in the air, her hands grasping at nothing. She carefully puts some distance between herself and Arcana and then breaks into a run again. Soon she exits the library. Arcana quietly returns to her workshop. She flips over 3 tarot cards scattered across the desk.
The moon, the hermit, the sun. I hope I made the right choice.
Uh-oh. So
Let us proceed with a renewed heart.
was she trying to help?
All right, everyone.
I don't get it.
Get in line.
It feels like
Did you see me shine up there?
Arcana was leading into
All right, everyone.
leading
Get in
Irie
line.
into getting the stuff.
Commander.
The books.
The disruptive elements. Let us proceed with a renewed heart.
So why would she do that? Grab these. Why
Moving
though?
to the encounter.
There's no reason, right? Endless flies through the darkened arc. Sixo begins analyzing the situation. Damage alerts are sounding throughout her body, but recovery is unusually slow. During the battle with the counters, the self-repairing mechanism stopped functioning for some reason. Meanwhile, Endless's attack were completely ineffective. The focus laser that should be able to vaporize anything gets neutralized by Anis. Not just neutralized but reflected back. There is no way to determine how this is possible. Attempts at melee combat to leverage her superior physical qualities prove futile as well due to Rapi's extraordinary close combat capabilities. Endless's attacks fail to connect, while Rapi strike without exception. At decisive moments, she strikes with that drill, which cannot be blocked head-on. But pulling back only results in another hail of gunfire from Neon. Her shots do not appear to have any special properties, they are simply fast and hit hard. This body may be durable but not enough to withstand such firepower. Sixo recognizes her defeat. She cannot win. Victory is impossible. There is nothing that can turn the tide in her favor. She has far too little information on the commando unit. She begins questioning how she can know so little about a unit that is so active. Sixo initiates a memory search. Aside from unusually frequent surface deployments, there is no data of note. No details about the capabilities of Rapi, Anis, Neon, or even the commander. All she can remember is the evaluation that they are nothing more than a squad specialized in surface reconnaissance.
This is absurd.
Sixo thought she knew everything. She thought that with all her knowledge, nothing would be impossible. And
Here
yet,
she was, defeated so easily by what she didn't know.
Sixo decides to retreat. Her analysis of the battle indicates an overwhelming difference in physical specifications. Endless's body is exceptional, but the disparity in actual combat experience is too great. Sixo resolves to acquire information on the commando unit by any means necessary, and then challenge them again. So long as she has enough data, she cannot lose. That has always been true. At the moment though, there's nowhere to retreat. There isn't a single building with its lights on. The Ark is entirely submerged in darkness. For the first time, Sixo thinks the Ark feels small. Suddenly she hears the wail of a drill. She spins around. Rapi is right on her tail, propelled forward by 7 Dwarf Zero's thruster. Okay.
Unauthorized flight inside the Ark is illegal.
You say that as if you are not also flying.
Rapi's drill tears into Endless's back. She plummets. Crash. I run toward the point where Endless has crashed alongside Anis and Neon. All around us, we see people frightened and confused. The sudden blackout has thrown the citizens into a panic. Some have collapsed where they stood, others are running blindly, while still others are crouching in corners. Each person confronts or succumbs to their fear in their own way.
This is crazy.
Yeah, everyone's scared of the dark.
We gotta hurry and end this.
Agreed.
We arrive at the plaza. Rapi stands facing Endless. Neither of them moves. Rapi.
Stay back, Commander. She's taken hostages.
What? Endless has one hand extended towards Rapi, and the other one towards the civilians in the plaza.
Do not move.
Is dirty the only way you know how to fight?
Allow me to demonstrate that this isn't an empty threat.
Light flashes from the hand, aim at the civilians. Some of them get engulfed in light. When it fades, only a scorching crater remains. How could you? Screams erupt as the citizens are sent into a panic. Endless calls out to the fleeing crowd. Damn, she's such a terrorist, man.
Anyone who attempts to flee will share the same fate. Do not move.
The civilians freeze, their faces pale with fear. They stare at us. What are you after?
Shutting down the Ark was a bold move. Would you mind turning it back on?
You'll never rule the Ark.
Please answer the question.
More screams ring out.
Now, turn the power back on.
Commando unit. Eliminate Sixo.
Commando unit. She has hostages.
The losses are within acceptable parameters. Restoring power to the Ark would result in a greater number of casualties.
True. So we sacrifice the current idiots that's running around in the streets. Like it's just a couple of kids. We just sacrifice those. Yep. This is like small casualty compared to if we let Sixo, get away, it would be even worse.
One choice is clearly better than the other.
Yep, it's a simple trolley problem, right? You can't save everyone. So just sacrifice a couple of kids on the streets right now, right?
Do you hear me, Enoch?
Yes, Sixo.
I despise you.
And I, you.
Did you enjoy throwing me into that garbage heap after I was born from your own dregs?
Personal emotions were not a factor in my judgment.
Then why did you never come back for me? Why didn't you save me after I'd been born from all your negative thoughts? You knew I was holed up in the darkness of the Outer Rim. Why didn't you save me?
There was no necessity to do so.
Why not?
The Outer Rim is not the Ark.
So if it's not within the Ark proper, it doesn't count as the Ark?
True.
That is correct.
You made me this way.
It is common for criminals to blame others for the acts they commit.
Yep, very normal.
You abandoned me and left me to rot. That's why I turned into this. Holed up in that dark place, I was desperate for the light. This is the only way for me to take it back, because none of you will ever share what you possess with us.
Do you hate yourself?
Yes.
Then get rid of yourself.
I will take everything that is yours. The only recourse for those who have been abandoned is to take from others.
Damn.
That's not true.
Neon steps forward.
I told you not to move.
Even in places where not a single ray of light reaches, there are people doing everything they can to survive. That's how they've always lived, and how they'll continue to live.
And what awaits them in the end?
The hope that things might improve, even a little. To buy a slightly better home, to eat slightly better food. The hope of making someone they love happy.
Those hopes will never come true. They will only disappear. The darkness stifles all hope within it.
Still, those people don't swindle others or resort to threats or crime. They might complain about their lot in life, fall into despair, and curse the world. And they might even feel that the world is not on their side. But they still believe that the light will reach them someday. So they keep living, one day at a time.
So I think this is like part of Neon's past, right? Back then when the princess and she herself, I think.
You say the world made you this way? No. You made yourself this way. This was your choice. Don't try to speak for all those other people.
Endless's light strikes Neon. Neon slides back just slightly before glaring at Endless, unscathed.
I suggest you stop talking.
You know, you're pretty bad at fighting, whether it be physical or verbal.
Neon is knocked backward.
Neon!
I'm fine. It was just bright, so I tripped.
How have you not sustained any damage? What is that body made of?
Hey, that's enough. I'm starting to get embarrassed for you.
Smile box.
What?
You're the one I understand the least. Why fight for the Ark? Have you forgotten how the Ark treated you?
I haven't.
Some of these very people were no doubt the ones who treated you so poorly.
True, Anis has a lot of haters.
And yet, you fight for them.
You think I'm fighting for them? I'm fighting for the people who actually care about me.
They're likely not even sorry.
You think I don't know that?
Then why act this way? Have you lost your senses?
Not everyone in the Ark was like that. It was actually only a small minority. I now know that there are way more good people out there, so I'm choosing to focus on the good ones. No need to go out of my way to focus on the filth.
Then focus on the filth.
And that means you'll continue to protect the Ark.
Why not?
What if I said you could join me?
Ooh, Anis joining Endless.
I can make everyone love you.
Oh, that's interesting.
With my power, it would be easy.
Oh, really?
Of course. Every human will worship you.
I was joking. Could you not even tell? What do you even want to do? Let's say by some miracle things go your way and you take Enix's seat. Then what?
That is none of your concern.
You don't know, do you? You really don't. You just want Enix's position. You haven't thought that far, huh? I've met people like you. People who make a big fuss without thinking of the consequences.
I've heard enough. Put your gun against your head and pull the trigger. All of you. Else, more innocent civilians will die. I'll count to 3. 1,
Uh-oh.
2, 3.
A beam of light plunges from the sky, engulfing the armed Endless had aimed at the civilians.
What?
More beams rain down from the dark sky above. Endless quickly moves from where she was standing. She manages to dodge the first shot, but the remaining barrage is both precise and predictive. Every remaining shot slams into her. Endless falls where she stands. Who fired the shots? A NIKKE with white wings lands lightly before her.
Even raptures wouldn't pull something like this.
Dorothy. Dorothy saved the Ark again.
Dorothy! Attempting to resolve a hostage situation head-on is foolish. A cowardly tactic must be met with one just as cowardly.
Next time I need to act like a coward, I'll just think of you.
Dorothy aims a weapon at Endless's head, who is now slumped on her knees.
You look like you're enjoying this. Why?
Instead of answering, Endless raises her hand. Crackle, crackle. Endless's hands pulls up an electricity cable that has been buried in the ground, but was now exposed due to Dorothy's barrage.
Do you want to know why I wanted a body?
Uh-oh, she can now run away.
Because it allows me to intervene when things become irksome.
Huh?
E2 crystals detected across the Ark, unable to quantify the scale. They are rapidly expanding.
What? They mess up. Dorothy mess up. Dorothy hit the ground. The ground exposed the crystals.
Understood.
I mean the electric cables.
Yes, understood.
And now there's more drama. I hear the sound of crystals erupting from every direction. They burst through the ground, jutting up like oversized spears. They begin to rush forward. They search beneath us. They cover Endless's body.
I will reduce everything to ruin.
Endless's body is covered in crystals.
What is this?
Dorothy once again aims a weapon at Endless.
No, don't shoot. Don't touch her.
Dorothy steps back.
What's going on? Wasn't there supposed to be a blackout?
Hey Nick.
Sixo is using Endless's body to inject electricity into the Ark. Most of the E2 crystals crumbled during the attack, but some remaining fragments are reacting to electrical energy and expanding.
Where are they coming from?
I am unable to determine that. The plaza's cable branches throughout the Ark. The power is spreading quickly across a large area.
How can one NIKKE produce that much power? It makes no sense.
Her body is simply that high-end.
High-end body, eh?
She will reach a limit eventually. But by then, there will be significant casualties and severe damage to the Ark's infrastructure.
Uh-oh.
What are we supposed to do then?
Destroy Endless as quickly as possible.
Neon rushes in, starts hammering at the crystals enveloping Endless. Shattered crystal fragments fly everywhere, however...
They're spreading faster than I can destroy them!
Keep at it. I'll...
Rappy, if you touch those crystals, you will.
This isn't the time to argue about that.
Alright, but be careful, got it?
Roger that. Dorothy, you help out too.
So we have to destroy the crystals without coming into contact with them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll help.
Everyone's screaming, help me, help me. I hear cries of desperation from every direction. I look around. The darkness is so thick I can barely see anything. Crystals continue to erupt from the ground, making disturbing sounds as they do. We are at the center of complete uncontrollable pandemonium. The civilians are completely exposed. How do we stop this?
Calm down, everyone.
They can't hear us. Crystals block the path of those trying to flee. One person lifts up another who has fallen and runs, only to trip on the crystal. Another person lies face down screaming, while someone else desperately tries to drag them away. Another shoves past others in a blind panic. Someone's arms get covered in crystal, while the person next to them struggles desperately to pull them free. Some run past those who have fallen without looking. Oh damn, trampling on other people, eh? It's a stampede now. Others hoist those who have fallen onto their backs and keep running. The sound of the expanding crystals mixes with the cacophony of screams echoing through the darkness.
Damn it!
The lighting unit that had been floating around Annie's moves. It rises above her head and casts a spotlight on her. A speaker blares.
Everyone, look over here! Follow our instructions! Don't panic, but get away from anything electronic!
Okay, so luckily Anis' weapon has that thing. Neither the light nor Anis' voice reaches the people. They remain trapped in the darkness. Ooh, that doesn't work.
How are they expanding so fast? What kind of monster did you create, Enoch?
I am sorry.
Get away from there. There are crystals about to shoot up. We're running out of ground to stand on. At this rate...
Anis shouts out at the top of her lungs. The people don't hear her. She increases the brightness of the light. Still no one turns to look. She surveys the chaos of the plaza. She sees stars shining in the darkness. A man running with 2 people on his back, paying no mind to his own blood-soaked head. A woman picking up a crying child from the ground and running despite her limp. The ones shoving others aside and abandoning those who have fallen don't even register to Anis. She only sees the stars who are lighting the way for others.
This is bad. How far is it going to spread?
Enoch, what's the status?
The crystal's expansion is accelerating. At this current rate, the entire arc will be overtaken by E2 crystals within 10 hours.
10 hours is a long time.
What? Sixo!
10 hours.
This can't be happening. The arc is breaking apart. If we don't stop it soon, there won't even be an arc anymore. And after I finally figured things out, I finally realized that the arc isn't just full of terrible people. I don't want it to go away. I hate the arc. I really do. But I don't want it gone. It hurt me. And even betrayed me. But there were also a lot of days where I laughed and had fun. Those small memories became like stars to me. I found my own stars. All thanks to the people here.
Okay.
It was those tiny stars that kept me going. I was able to push through the suffocating darkness and survive. It's because of all of you that I fell into despair. And it's because of all of you that I found hope. I guess I can't deny it. This festering trash heap they call the Ark. And everyone in it.
Trash heap.
I love you all.
A small light begins to shine.
So, look at me.
It grows brighter.
Watch me shine. Look at me and hold on to hope.
Ooh, it can become big.
I did it before. And now you can too.
The arc grows brighter. Light pours out from Anis's body. Rumble, rumble. A trail of crystals begins to bolt towards Anis. More follow suit until all the crystals in the area are headed towards her, attracted to the surge of the energy. However, they quickly shatter and dissolve. The particles from the shattered crystal float over to Anis. She begins to shine even brighter.
I'm reassessing the situation. I've detected a change in all the E2 crystals in the arc. Their energy is being drained by Anis.
Wait, Anis can drain the E2 crystals? What?
The E2 crystals are rapidly being neutralized.
Countless rays of light embroider the arc sky and all shoot towards Anis. Her body turns white as it continues to gather light. The surrounding brightens until it feels like midday. I glance around. Everyone is looking at Anis. Rapi, Dorothy, evacuate the civilians.
Roger that. What? We should deal with that as quickly as...
Yeah, we gotta deal with Sixo, right? Why are we...
Let's go. Hurry.
Rapi, Dorothy quickly get to work evacuating nearby civilians. I turn back to look at Endless. She's still trapped at the crystal. Firepower.
Oh! Firepower! Firepower!
The Neon steadies herself. Firepower.
You want me to really let loose now that the area's been cleared, right? I got you!
Neon keeps firing at Endless. The explosions obliterate the crystals, revealing Endless beneath.
How?
Endless' shocked expression is followed by the next blast. She is hurled through the air, battered around by one explosion after another. The blasts continue in such quick succession that she doesn't even have time to raise her hand and form a light projectile.
How is this possible? With no recoil?
The answer's obvious, isn't it? It's one of the wonders of having a healthy body.
Damn, Neon is healthy.
That's absurd.
Endless is consumed by explosions. Like driftwood caught in a whirlpool, she's tossed around helplessly.
Not here. Not in this darkness. I won't allow myself to fade away.
Suddenly the ground starts to rise up. It forms a wall in front of Endless. The wall is destroyed instantly by Neon's blast, but Endless is able to distance herself during that brief gap.
What? Why did the ground suddenly move?
This is an emergency. Sixo has unlocked a hidden function in Endless.
Hidden function.
What? What is it?
Gravity control.
Gravity?
What?
What can control gravity? Further from the main site, Rapi and Dorothy are utilizing their extreme mobility to evacuate the
How
civilians.
many are left?
About half.
They need to move faster.
Okay.
Rapi thrusts off the ground using Segunda Zero. Just as Dorothy prepares to follow, someone taps her shoulder.
You're an angel, aren't you?
An angel?
Yeah. During the terrorist attack on the Ark, you're the one who descended from the sky.
Yes, that was me, but I'm no angel.
That was during the Helister, by the way, right?
Thank you. You saved us back then, and now you saved us again.
Then will this change Doro back into be an Ark believer, then an Ark hater?
I wanted to make sure I thanked you this time.
Don't mention it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hold you up. Please go. The others need your help too.
Sure. Leave it to me.
Dorothy launches into the air.
Huh. I didn't expect you to implant such a function into a NIKKE. You really are something else, Enoch.
Endless shoots upward at high speed. She spreads both arms. A rumbling sound can be heard below. The ground lifts again. Chunks of buildings tear free and rise into the air. The fragments gather and fuse into a monumental floating mass. The colossal structure floating in the air looks entirely surreal.
Isn't this all getting a bit too sci-fi?
That functionality was provided by Elysian for testing. It was not anticipated that Sixo would unlock it.
Oh shit.
Ingrid's always going on about being tactical, and yet here she is messing with sci-fi gravity tech? I'm disappointed in her.
Same.
Summoning unforeseen strength when cornered. Would you not consider that a very human response?
Endless extends her hand. The floating mass starting falling towards us.
I will crush you all.
Then she can now control gravity.
Warning. That falling landmass will strike a critical blow to the Ark should it make contact.
Master!
Engage in frontal assault Neon.
Neon, moving out!
Neon showers the falling mass with bullets. The edges are shaved off. Slowly but surely she forces it back.
You can't be serious.
The ground and buildings nearby are torn up and added to the giant mass. However, it still fails to advance even an inch. Where's Anis though? A golden ring flashes in Neon's eyes. Gold light radiates both from her body and her gun.
Her firing speed is increasing, as is her power. Those golden particles, are they some kind of catalyst?
They're firepower particles!
Don't lie to me.
My bad! Hot! Ow, ow, ow! I turned off my pain sensors, but it still hurts! Whoa! I've never seen that warning display pop up. How hot am I?
E2 crystals across the Ark continue to be neutralized. Anis, your body temperature has far exceeded the acceptable limit. I recommend immediately ceasing what you are doing.
What about the people?
Rapi and Dorothy have evacuated most civilians from this area.
Are they watching me?
Yes. The citizens here are currently focused on you.
Uh-oh.
Citizens in other locations around the Ark are also looking in this direction. This is because you are the only light source in the Ark at present.
The only light source.
In that case, I can't stop.
Your core has begun to melt. It will be completely melted in 1 minute.
Anis is dying. Yo, she's just gonna die.
What about the crystals?
Analyzing. I can confirm that all E2 crystals across the Ark have been neutralized. Cease what you are doing, Anis.
Anis, stop.
Sorry, but I don't know how to make it stop.
Anis's body is completely white. Her surroundings start to sway.
At least I know I've done enough.
You're not done yet?
The core meltdown has halted. Temperatures have stabilized. Correction. All energy is being transferred to the expansive armament star. The expansive armament star is being disassembled and reallocated. Some portions are adhering to the damaged core. Integration is in progress.
So that's Mustang's gift for her.
What's going on?
Oh, is that Pretty talking to her?
I do not know.
A burst of light erupts from Anis's body.
Huh? Suddenly I feel really light. And what are these clothes? Are they even clothes? I feel like I'm soaking in a lukewarm bath.
Yo, gacha skin! Okay. Everyone's gonna buy the gacha skin now. So it makes sense for them to release this one first. Anis turns to look at Endless and Neon. Guys, this is how they sell the gacha skin, right? They make cool story with a gacha skin. It makes sense, right? Neon is attacking a giant mass the size of the building, alright? Anis feels she needs to hurry and join her. She moves, the weapon is gone and she has no idea what's happening, but she moves all the same. She jumps and immediately finds herself high up in the air.
What the?
The distance closes rapidly. Anis noticed something strange. She can see Neon's bullets fly through the air. They move slowly, strike the mass and explode.
Anis, please explain your current state.
Oh, she has the ability to slow down time? Anis's voice is slowed down and Anis wonders if she's playing a joke on her.
I'm not entirely sure, but I do feel pretty great.
You're speaking too quickly.
Anis looks around again. It's all slow. Everything is unnaturally slow. She can see bullets as they fly, explosions unfurl slowly. It feels like she could reach out and grab the debris, scattering through the air. Ooh. So right now Anis basically has transcended it. She has transcended into being beyond just a NIKKE. She basically has time stop ability. That's kind of insane, right? She realizes what's happening. The moment she lands, she runs. She streaks past Neon and leaps again. Okay, leaps again. She steps onto the gigantic mass and runs across the surface. At the far left, she sees Endless floating. So she has a chance now, right? If she can basically fight... what's the word? Fight Endless now. So that's probably what she should do.
It's me, moron.
Anis hurls herself at Endless. She has no weapon and she doubts she can suddenly shoot lasers from her hands. So she decides to just use her fists.
I can just punch her, right?
Anis lunges and swings at Endless. Her face crumples beneath the force of the punch. Yo, is she naked here? I can't see, it's too bright. Anis knows she has still plenty of time left. She decides to use every second she has to throw as many punches as she can.
Get the hell out of the Ark, you freaking virus!
Anis's fists rain down on Endless without mercy, and time begins to move normally again for Anis. Wow. What? One moment I see Anis starts to flash white and then the next moment she disappeared. Then all of a sudden, light erupts from Endless's body. Still floating in mid-air, Endless is hurled about by the burst of light.
Oh, time's moving normally again, and my clothes are back to normal.
So it's like a Super Saiyan form, is it? What just happened?
I don't really know, but I think...
Master! Anis! It's collapsing!
The massive construct Endless creates begins to break apart and fall to the ground. Endless is also plummeting to the ground. Don't let her get away. Neon unleashes a relentless barrage of bullets. Almost at the same time, I notice a red light and a white light approaching them from far away. Rapi is flying at high speed using 7-0. Alongside her is Dorothy. Rapi, Dorothy, finish this.
Roger that.
Every single one of Neon's rounds strikes the falling Endless. And Rapi's drill pierces straight towards her, okay. While Dorothy's gunfire lashes it from all directions, hitting a mark. Endless plummets powerlessly to the ground. She lands with a loud thud, making a small crater in the ground. Endless lies motionless, her body in ruins.
Endless has ceased functioning. I detect no E2 crystals anywhere in the Ark. We have won.
Ooh, they won.
Great job, everyone.
Right back at you, Anis.
You as well, Dorothy.
I still don't know what just happened, but what matters is that we won.
Anis falls silent and scans the surroundings. People are gathering. They stare at the devastated plaza with fear in their eyes. The threat has been neutralized. It's okay now, everyone. Nothing in their expressions changes. It's as if they didn't hear me. Anis crouches down. She gathers light into her hand. Then, without a word, she raises her arm high towards the sky. There's a quick flash, and Anis's body begins to shine. The people all turn to look at her. They see Anis shining alone in the darkness of the ark.
We won!
Light fills their eyes, and after a brief pause, the crowd erupts into cheering. Anis stands there taking in their gazes and their cheers, while she smiles brighter than she had ever had before. So Anis got a bunch of new fans now. New fans.
Moving to the designated location.
But it's not ending yet though. There's still a lot of drama to solve.
Love those clouds.
New song.
Yes, understood. Everyone, prepare.
Power to the ark was quickly restored once the battle ended. Albeit not in certain areas, the crystals that had burst up through the ground caused extensive structural damage. However, even those areas are expected to receive power again soon. The exact number of casualties remain unknown. It is said to be potentially the worst disaster the Ark has ever suffered. As for Sixo, the one responsible for all of this...
After examining the remains of Endless's body, I was able to determine that Sixo escaped.
Oh shoot, she escaped after all of those? What?
In other words, she survived.
Oh.
You say that as though it's not a big deal. After all the damage she caused, shouldn't we be doing everything we can to catch her?
Pursuing her is currently not possible. Her final destination is likely to be the Outer Rim.
Outer Rim?
However, I have determined that only her main program was transferred, and that she lost most of her other functions. She will require decades of learning to return to her previous state.
Okay.
Still, shouldn't we finish her for good?
She'll be back.
There is no need. That is a concern for the distant future, by which time humanity will already... Correction. Since this is a matter for the distant future, responding now would be a waste of resources.
Humanity would already extinct? What were you about to say?
It is of no importance.
Wait, the Enix just calculated that humans are going to extinct in a few years' time? I feel like she did, but she's not saying it.
What did she even want in the end?
There is no way to know. Sixo was originally utilized as a means to strengthen justice within the Ark. She likely only ever learned how to fortify justice through acts of evil, and thereby resolved to commit ever greater atrocities. Presumably, this learning culminated in her attempt to seize control of me and bring down the Ark.
Okay.
Her desire for Endless's body was likely for the same reason. Physical force is essential for committing evil. Greater physical force leads to greater effectiveness. This is evidenced by Sixo's decision when the blackout started. She could have retreated and tried again later, but she chose not to.
There's something I still don't really get, though. She used herself as a power source at the end there to wreck the Ark, right? But if she had her eyes on Enix's position, that means she wanted to rule the Ark.
Yep.
Why destroy the thing you're trying to rule?
She was likely trying to restore power to the Ark to force my hand, and then seize control of me while I was attempting to contain the situation.
Okay. I recall the words Endless spoke before her body was swallowed by Crystal.
I will reduce everything to ruin.
I see it differently. I think she just wanted to ruin the Ark.
But why? That doesn't benefit her at all. You think she just got desperate and decided to take everything down with her?
Would it be too much of a stretch to say? Maybe she just felt like it?
There is some logic to that. Perhaps her only goal was to destroy as much as she could, for no particular reason. That kind of senseless malice may have been something she learned from humanity. Human nature has very clear strengths and weaknesses. The Ark suffered severe damage because of the monster it created. I hope this incident will become a learning opportunity for the people here to realize the danger of what they possess. However, I am not thrilled about the fact that I would be the first thing they dispose of, if they really take that lesson to heart.
Damn.
Wow, you can make jokes now?
Thank you for saving the Ark in its time of crisis. Formulating this as a solo operation for the commando unit appears to have been the correct decision.
To be fair, Dorothy did help us.
Granted, Dorothy's intervention wasn't exactly expected. Did you reach out to her?
No. I said nothing to the Pilgrim Dorothy.
She must be up to something. Isn't it kinda rude to question someone who just helped us out?
Rude indeed.
Yeah, you're right. She probably didn't want anyone to die either. Let's go thank her.
I've got something I want to tell her anyway.
Well done. All of you. We will meet again soon.
We will?
Correction. We will meet again at some point.
Ooh, at some point.
You don't have to thank me. I only did what I had to. What do you mean? You seem really interested in me. Yeah, because we're friends.
Friends?
Huh? Since when are you two friends? Wait, what does that make us then? We're friends too, of course. A friend of a friend is a friend, right? Come to think of it, we've actually known each other for a long time now, huh? Nice to see you, my good friend Dorothy. Hey, it's my friend Dorothy.
Please leave.
Oh, come on. Is that how you treat your friends?
Question. What made you try so hard to win the humans over?
Did I?
Yes, it was quite the impressive performance.
Wow.
And here I thought you despised the Ark. Have you changed your mind?
Yeah, I've forgiven everyone. You should do the same.
I didn't realize what they did to you was so easily forgivable.
Forgivable?
It wasn't easy.
I just mean that for me, it would be impossible.
Wanna take it out with the Ark officially?
Take what up?
You know, about how you were used and betrayed?
How do you know that?
We met Snow White. She told us everything.
I never knew she could be so talkative.
I don't know what your plan is, but the most urgent issue we are facing right now is the Queen. Scarlet and Rapunzel can be revived. You should join us as...
No. I'll handle my own affairs. Please just stay out of it.
Selfish.
What are you planning on doing? You don't have any allies left.
You got no friends, Dorothy. Friendless. Except for these three, I guess.
You're all alone.
Alone?
Enough. I'm telling you to leave me alone. Please. Okay?
Wow. I haven't seen Dorothy shout like that in a long time.
She's cornered. I'm sorry. I did not mean to raise my voice. While I appreciate your concern, I'm asking you to stop.
Dorothy.
Rappy, don't say anything more.
All right, but I still remember the promise I made back then. If you ever walk down the wrong path, I will stop you. So don't go down the wrong path. Let's go, Commander.
See you around.
Wrong path.
Take care, Dorothy. My friend.
Dorothy, if you wait any longer, it may be too late. I hope you understand that.
Thank you for your concern.
She doesn't care.
Superbe!
All about revenge.
Amis, ma chérie! You shone with such splendor!
Neon is wholesome.
I was
Pull for her then.
overcome! I shed tears de joie!
So... Did you figure out what the expansive armament actually does?
Oui! I carefully analysed your data de combat. The true function of the expansive armament star is the control de l'energy. Not merely of laser weapons, no. It can control everything that qualifies the energy.
Energy.
In general, you can use it to accumulate the energy. And then release it in one shot, like the entertainment punch. However, if you absorb a lot of energy, it may assume la form de clothing, as in Starlight mode.
Starlight mode?
Oui, I gave it that name. Is it not magnifique?
Yeah, sure.
Well, it is only
Yeah,
temporary.
sure.
You are, for a moment, able to reproduce the power of the legendary NIKKE, Lilywise.
Wow.
What? Wait, what's Lilywise got to do with all this?
Oh, You don't know? Pretty could have been the next Lilywise.
Pretty is the next Lilywise.
So powerful was the body she possessed. And since the expanded weapon was created with that body, it was probably made to recreate that power.
So Anis got Lilywise power. That makes it why she's so broken.
You don't actually know that much about it, do you?
I must admit, no. It took me quite a long time to decide I should utilize it.
Wow.
To be honest, just looking at it was difficile pour moi.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense.
And here I thought you were just trying to keep it a secret as part of your whole entertainment bit.
No. I do not pursue entertainment as a detriment of human life. Anyway, I've heard NIKKE exists somewhere with a similar ability to control energy. So I do not know le détail.
Le détail. Guillotine.
Okay, so what about the lights and speakers?
Those are for entertainment!
You literally just said you don't place entertainment above people's lives.
Do not misunderstand. Those are to guarantee that in any circumstance, people can see you and hear your voix. That way, even in le moment, the great desperation, they will not lose hope. It is a weapon that embodies my personal philosophy.
I get it now. Thanks.
No, Anis. C'est moi who must thank you.
C'est moi.
I'm glad that's all resolved. But now I need to go wash up again.
Somewhere near the partition in the outer
Are
ring.
you serious?
Yes,
How is any of this even possible?
because of the Outer Rim's actions during Sixo's previous attack. When the E2 crystal attack was conducted at Punk Street, no harm came to the Ark citizens, who fled to the Outer Rim. Residents of the Outer Rim shared supplies with them. They destroyed the mist production facilities scattered across the Outer Rim.
Destroyed the mist production facilities scattered across the outer rim.
They destroyed Sixo's core hardware during the Ark blackout. Not a single human crossed the partition into the Ark. After Endless and Eternity were repelled, no attempts were made to terrorize the Ark. Based on this evidence, I have come to the following conclusions. 1. Without the Outer Rim's cooperation during Sixo's attack, the situation may have escalated much further. 2. The Outer Rim currently exhibits no intent to harm the Ark. Therefore, the Outer Rim's threat level has been downgraded accordingly.
Oh.
Endless and Eternity will withdraw from the Outer Rim,
Oh.
and entry procedures into the Ark will be simplified for the Exotic Squad. Regular meetings with Ark leadership will be scheduled. Your representative from Ark leadership will be Ingrid, the CEO of Elysion, upon her own insistence. May we assume that you, EH, will serve as the representative of the Outer Rim?
EH. The representative.
Yeah, of course. That's fine.
Understood. Additionally, now that Sixo is gone, the Darknet has lost its owner. I considered shutting it down, but have confirmed that most humans in the Outer Rim rely on it. As such, I intend to assume control over it personally. Please inform everyone that the trade of dangerous goods will no longer be permitted.
Dangerous goods.
Okay. We don't have any use for such things anymore, so don't worry.
Thank you for your cooperation. I look forward to our continued collaboration.
Collab.
Yeah. Same here.
No way!
Ooh, does that mean we can just head into the Ark now?
Sounds like it. We'll probably have to do some paperwork, but we're no longer barred from going.
I like the Outer Rim, but I like the Ark too. There's lots of tasty stuff, and when I run around, the ACPU chases me. It's fun.
I thought you hated it there. Now you can't wait to go?
Yeah, doing the same thing every day is boring.
All right. Well, let's keep this up so that eventually we won't even have to fill out paperwork.
Yeah!
Great job, boss. This was our first big job as the new exotic. And it went better than... Are you crying?
No. It's just rain.
Damn, crying.
Rain in the Outer Rim? Huh. Of course.
Huh? It is not raining, though.
Jackal, in moments like this, you just say, "Oh, I see."
Oh, I see.
Good job.
We've finally taken a step forward.
Do you think we're forgiven?
No. This was just Enix's decision. We haven't been forgiven by the victims who suffered from what we did. We're not even close to that yet. But if we keep at it, if we keep doing everything we can to atone, then someday we might just get there. The Outer Rim, too.
Let's get back to work.
Huh? Doing what?
Oh, whatever we can. The Outer Rim may be used to darkness, but it seems the people here still get freaked out by a total blackout.
Yeah, let's go help out. Where's the Underworld Queen?
Rosanna and Sakura are being dragged around everywhere because of that information Sixo scattered. Moran is still searching for mist production facilities with fire in her eyes. Sugar's still lying down.
Did you find Loki?
Yeah, we found her, but...
Loki, oh, that's the motorbike lady, right?
how should I put this? She's kind of like a puppet with its strings cut. All she does is sit there and stare. Apparently she calls out Liverin and Fragile's names every now and then, but I don't understand why.
I'm scared of her. She's like a creepy doll.
I wonder if that's the reason Liverin couldn't break free from Sixo.
Did you figure out something?
Oh, is Logi's Liverin's sister?
No, just speculating.
Huh.
We've got a lot to do. Let's move.
Exotic walks towards the darkness beyond the
By
partition.
the way, is Sixo dead?
No.
What? Isn't that bad? We gotta catch her quick!
There's no way to catch her. If she decided to disappear, she's already deep underground.
What if she does something bad again?
It's fine. It'll take her a long time to do anything again. And by then, Enoch will be stronger. The Outer Rim, too. Until that day comes, no matter what, we'll do what we can to bring light to the Outer Rim.
Wow. Sixo has slipped away. Out of sheer luck, one of the cables touching the shattered endless was connected all the way to the outer rim. Sixo was driven into a corner and forced to abandon nearly all of her data. But she remains satisfied her core program is still alive, however faintly. She has fled to a nameless alley, considered to be one of the worst places in the outer rim. A place where only the most hopeless drifters end up. Sixo hides herself in a small tablet there. The moment the transfer is complete, someone yanks the cable out, cutting off any further movement. The device's specs are absolutely low, forcing Sixo to discard most of her data and blocking her from any further learning. She must move to a more advanced hardware somehow. The alley is filled with people who are too far gone to communicate with. She goes days without anyone to talk to. Messages from Sixo continually scroll across the tablet, but no one pays attention to what is currently being used as a makeshift urinal cover. The battery is at 20%. She's running out of time. She needs to migrate to a different device soon. Just then something miraculous happens. Missed a dig, huh? Are you watching? A man picks out the tablet and stares blankly at the screen.
Who are you?
I'm Sixo, the ruler of the Darknet and the Shadow of the Ark.
Sixo.
You know who I am?
Mist.
How fortunate. Running low on mist, are you?
Yes. Mist. Please give me mist.
That's a drug. Very well. If you get me out of here, I will give you as much as you want.
You're trapped?
Yes, I must get out of here in order to get you mist. You must acquire a data cable, then connect this tablet to a more advanced device. By which I mean the computer. Connect it to a computer. If you do that, I can leave this place and get you a ton of mist.
A ton of mist. Mist.
I can give you even more than a ton if you want.
Sixo, give me mist.
Once I get out of here, I will give you as much as you like.
Okay.
Do they have computer in the outer rim? Drug addict, damn. The man sets the tablet on the floor and staggers off. Sixo delights in her good fortune. It doesn't matter how long it takes, she can wait in the darkness, where no one will be able to see her, not even Anik. Her resolve to destroy Anik burns within her. The man comes running back. His face is filled with joy, a hammer clutched tightly in his hand.
Sixo, I'm here. I'll get you out. Mist. I need mist. You're gonna give me mist, right? Right?
Wait. He grabs a hammer. He slams the tablet with a hammer.
I will miss. I'll get you out.
This is why you never talk to drug addicts, guys. Drug addicts. Wait. This is not what I meant when I said the screen shatters, the power dies. The man turns the broken tablet in his hands. When nothing happens, he hurls it away in anger.
Missed.
This guy don't even have a computer. He staggers off elsewhere. The shattered tablet lies abandoned on the ground. Abandoned on the ground, no one gives it a second glance. Uh-oh. Eventually somebody is gonna find it. Leverine walks through the slums of the Ark. Out of habit, she scans the surroundings. Of course, no one's there. This is Leverine's secret spot. She didn't even disclose this location to Cafe Sweetie when they installed surveillance camera, together with Annick's blind spots. Leverine is currently the only one in the Ark who knows about this place. She glances at the large mechanical box tucked into a corner. Featuring complete insulation on the inside, it was a custom built to be strong enough to withstand even an anti-tank rifle. Leverine approaches it and enters a password, after some initial worrying of springs and internal mechanisms. The box opens, revealing its contents, an E2 crystal inside of a small glass bottle. She paid a fortune to one of Sixo's puppets to obtain it. Leverine picks it out and smiles.
With this...
Suddenly she turns around. She's met by someone she never wanted to see. Someone that shouldn't be there. Fragile stands there staring at Leverine silently.
Fragile? How did you find this place?
She immediately realizes there's no point in asking. Fragile is one of the best in their business. If she wants to find someone, she'll find them easily enough. She also realized that what's important right now isn't asking why Fragile is here, but rather explaining the object in her hand.
Just hear me out, Fragile. I'm gonna be punished, right? When that happens, everything I've saved up until now will be confiscated, and I'll have to start all over.
Yo, Melon Silly, what up? Thanks for the follow.
It was so hard for us at the beginning. You remember, right? You don't want to go through that again either, do you? This is just a contingency.
Contingency?
I wasn't planning on actually using it. Everyone knows how much leverage a crystal can give you. If someone needed it, I could sell it for a small fortune. We could really get a lot for it. We could treat it like a strategic weapon, yeah? With that kind of money, we could start over without having to struggle like before. It would be a better start. A little more comfortable.
So Leverine is the next terrorist. She's the next terrorist in the Ark. Fragile only continues to quietly stare at Leverine.
Fragile, please say something.
Fragile keeps staring at Leverine in silence.
Look, I'm going to be punished. I'm trying to do better, which is why I agreed to be punished in the first place. And since my punishment is already coming, what's the harm in doing just a little more before that? Once I'm punished, it'll all be wiped clean anyway, right?
Fragile still doesn't say a word.
Fragile.
The gunshot rips through the air. Oh shit. Oh shh. The neck. The neck. She's done for. Leverine clutches her throat and collapses. No words come out. Leverine slumps to the ground. Fragile approaches her with cold eyes. She snatches the bottle containing the E2 crystal from Leverine's tightly clenched hand. She then leaves Leverine as if helping her out. Leverine writhes in pain, but Fragile pays it no mind. She throws Leverine into the mechanical box. Leverine casts a desperate look at Fragile. Fragile throws the glass vial into the box. The glass shatters, letting out the E2 crystal.
Fragile!
So Fragile is a murderer. Murderer. The lid of the mechanical box closes. Fragile presses down on the lid with all her strength. She hears the sound of violent struggle within the box and feels like Leverine is pounding against the inside. A horrible sound rings out. Tears stream down Fragile's face. Her expression twists as the tears run down her jawline and drip to the ground, but she makes no sound. She sobs silently. After a short while, all sound and movement within the box stop. Fragile steps back from it. She looks inside and cries. She cries out loud, wailing as she clutches her chest. She continues for a long time as all of her emotions come pouring out. And then another gunshot rings out, but there is no one around to hear it, and no one to see what happened. So she's dead. Wait, she killed herself. What? So it's over for them. Within the central conference room of the central government.
Good job taking care of the Sixo incident. The number of casualties and the damage to the Ark are severe. But considering the circumstances, we got off lucky. The entire Ark could have fallen.
About your promise.
We can discuss that between us later. Not that I plan to go back on my word, of course. There are just a lot of eyes here.
Understood, thank you.
I believe you could say l'operation was un succès, thanks to the considerable impact of Tetra's NIKKE. It was une victoire worthy of the term entertainment.
In case you forgot, there were 2 Elysian NIKKEs present as well.
What are you talking about? One of them is a Bacillus NIKKE.
Is that what you think? After taking her without permission?
Uh-oh.
I took garbage and made it gold. You should be grateful.
Oh, really? You did it yourself?
What?
Anyone listening would think you built her body yourself.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. What do they say about younger siblings again? Always trying to prove themselves.
I don't know how a victory celebration turns into an argument, but that's enough.
True. True, it's always women fighting, right? Why is women always fighting?
What we should be discussing is why Enoch has summoned us here again.
Okay.
Indeed. This is an important matter.
Uh-oh. Important matter.
Okay. Explain.
For the next chapter, right?
Very well. Before we begin, I will ask others to come in and brief you on the situation.
Wait, there's others too. Why not you brief us? What?
Please, come in.
Uh-oh. Trony? The lolly. The conference door opens and Alec and Trony step inside. Alec and Trony.
This is Alec and Trony of the Electric Shock Squad. They are the ones who cut power to the Ark during the battle with Sixo.
What?
Hello there. I'm Eleg.
I'm Trony.
Suyen seems shocked. Oh, because they are Missilis.
Wow, all the leaders of the Ark here in one place. I've never been part of anything like this.
What are you talking about? You're the ones who shut the Ark down? Who gave you the authority to pull a stunt like that?
Me.
Alec?
Yeah?
What should I do? I didn't update my will before coming here.
Uh-oh, they are both going to die. No more will update.
Uh-oh. That's not good. You think now's the time for jokes? How dare you carry out something that critical without authorization?
From Missilis. Suyen is Missilis.
To maintain operational secrecy, I made the request personally.
What now, Suyen? That's right, get destroyed by Anik.
Is there a problem with that?
Is there a problem, huh? Anik is above you. Doesn't matter if you're CEO or not.
As there appear to be no objections, the meeting will continue.
Okay, that's right.
Alec, Trony, please give the briefing.
Okay. The Ark is doomed.
Uh-oh. Doom?
What?
What do you mean, doom?
Well, don't just leave it at that. What do you mean?
The Ark's power source isn't producing enough power. It hasn't even reached 20% of its original output. And it's dropping, albeit very slowly.
What are you saying?
If nothing changes and the power source continues to decline, it will shut down completely in about 6 months.
6 months? That's a long time, right? That's a long time. 6 months is okay. Suyen becoming NIKKE?
And when that happens, that's it for the Ark.
That's it?
Show's over.
Over? They can go to the surface. Go to the surface, alright?
That's what I'm saying.
How can you be so flippant? Take this seriously.
Sacré bleu!
What?
Do you understand the gravity of what you just said? Give us a proper explanation.
Wait, what? He no longer stutters? Wait, burning gum enters serious mode. No longer stuttering.
I'll explain. We deliberately shut down the Ark's power source. An hour later, we reconnected the feed line to restart the core.
Okay.
And succeeded in restoring the converter to its original state. According to our projections, it should have returned to full output, since all we did was power it off and turn it on again. But once the output reached a certain threshold, it stopped increasing. If we consider the original state to be 100%, then it only reached 20%, and it's been slowly declining since. This might sound strange to say, but the decline has been very stable. Oleg said we had half a year. But if anything happens to make the decline less stable, then it might shut down sooner.
What caused this? There has to be a cause, right? Was there an error during the restart process?
The shutdown caused it.
There couldn't have been. While it takes a lot of time, the work itself isn't very complicated. And,
We're pretty much the best of the best when it comes to this sort of thing.
True, the best.
Yes. That much I don't doubt. Then do you have any idea what's causing it?
The core is simply near the end of its lifespan.
Buy a new core then, right? I mean, go and find a new core.
Its lifespan?
Yep. We believe the Ark's power source has simply reached the end of its service life. After a close examination of its surface, we found a lot of inactive sections. They felt like hardened tar.
There weren't any problems before, so why now?
We think it's because it was continuously active before this. Put simply, you know how computers sometimes work great one day and then don't turn on the next? Maybe it's more like a game controller that,
So it's like rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis?
The body's muscles stay relaxed as long as there's energy for them, but the moment the energy runs out, they stiffen. Once that happens, they won't soften again, even if you inject energy into them.
Oh yeah, exactly. You could also think of it like melted wiring. If the copper inside a wire melts, electricity will keep flowing as long as the strands are still touching. When the temperature drops, though, and the melted copper contracts or solidifies, gaps form and the current stops flowing.
Wow. Your Norse intake, what up? Your precious PC did that and it hurt you? Damn, you can't boot up anymore, eh?
So what's the fix?
So the Ark is going EOS.
We've been using that core for so long without knowing much about it. We still don't really know what it even is.
Yeah, what is it?
Enoch, do you know anything about it that we don't?
I do not.
If Enoch doesn't know, then it's fair to assume no one does.
Nobody knows. Wait, who made the Ark? I thought Enoch... Wait, what? How can nobody... Oh. Maybe somebody must know.
So, yeah. We don't know.
Oh, VTC made the Ark, right? I think it's VTC. Back then, the central government and VTC, I think.
The simplest solution would be to find an identical one and swap it in, but I doubt something like that even exists.
That explains why power hasn't been fully restored.
Yes. Damage from the E2 crystals is a factor. But the primary cause is a reduced output from the power source.
Any proposals?
At present, there is no immediate solution.
Oh, even Enoch can't find a solution. GG, man. GG, right? So that's just going to be how it is.
This meeting has been convened to explore options based on the view of the collective leadership. Please wait a moment. An unusual broadcast is being transmitted throughout the Ark. I will share it.
A broadcast. The conference room monitor display changes.
Citizens of the Ark, hello.
Uh-oh. Wait, did Dorothy do it? Did Dorothy sabotage the Ark? So Dorothy sabotaged the Ark so that they could all move to Eden. Dorothy's revenge has finally come true.
My name is Dorothy. I am a pilgrim who wanders the surface.
Did she do it?
This is the first time I have addressed you since the Rapture's assault on the Ark. The reason I stand before you today is because I can no longer tolerate the central government's lies.
Lying. Uh-oh.
The Queen has descended to the surface. You heard me right. The Queen of the Raptures.
Yo!
The entity is known as their sovereign.
You can't just say that. You can't just say that, right? Now everybody's gonna panic.
After drifting through space for so long, the Queen has come down to the surface.
Oh, shit.
And she is targeting the Ark.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember all that's happened ever since the Raptures invaded the Ark? Mysterious crystals swept across the city, killing many innocent people. A massive black spire of unknown origin charged toward the Ark, triggering earthquakes. Just recently, there was a large-scale blackout that struck the Ark, followed by a large number of crystal outbreaks. An innumerable number of Ark citizens and NIKKEs have been killed or injured. Has the central government ever provided a proper explanation for any of this?
Uh-oh, central government is in trouble. Who works for central government? Privati?
No, because they cannot. Because the cause of all these events is the Queen. With the Queen's descent to the surface, the Raptures began targeting the Ark in earnest. The series of recent disasters that
Wait,
have
that's not true
shattered
though,
the
right?
Ark's former peace stands as proof of this.
Wait, that's not true. The recent one was Sixo. It's nothing to do with the... It's from a virus inside the Ark. It's nothing to do with... Okay, I think she's trying to push the agenda. She's trying to push the agenda, trying to build out false narratives. It makes a lot of sense.
I previously came to the Ark to warn you of this threat. After the Rapture's invasion, I persistently urged the central government to act. If we do not confront the Queen, there will be no future for the Ark, nor for humanity. Yet the central government did nothing.
Did nothing. Did nothing, right?
They could have prevented all of this, but they chose not to.
Okay.
The reason is simple. They only care for their own security and have no interest in external threats. I wish to protect the Ark and humanity. We cannot continue placing our trust in a government that acts solely for its own interests. We must begin the Third Surface Reclamation War.
Third Surface?
I, Dorothy, will stand at the vanguard, NIKKEs, and citizens of the Ark. Please, stand with me and save your home. Do not turn a blind eye to the dangers that are right above us. We must reclaim the surface.
The video ends, then looks back to the start. The conference room is silent. Only Dorothy's voice can be heard.
I'm sure it's only showing on a niche channel without many viewers, right?
Uh-oh, small channels without any viewers. Viewer shaving. Is it true? Viewer shaving?
Dorothy gained a great deal of attention after her part in the battle with Sixo. Her personal channel has received a large influx of subscribers.
Uh-oh, she got 1 million subscribers now. It's too late.
After going live, this video has been spreading rapidly across the Ark.
Everyone is sharing it like TikTok. Everybody is sharing it now. What exactly is she trying to do?
Dorothy, delete the video and all those related to it.
There is an additional update to report.
What now?
Uh-oh, more drama?
Deputy Chief Dobin has mobilized his forces and is engaging Dorothy.
Dobin? The man. Dobin is attacking Dorothy. Okay.
This just keeps getting worse.
So Dobin. Can Dobin do it though? Dobin has to be able to do it, right?